up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So I just finished watching episode 2 of WandaVision. My reaction is going to be under my YouTube memberships. If you are not a member, I'll explain to you how that works. I've got 2 levels over there. Level 1 is for $2.99 and you're going to get priority replies from me, special polls, and live streams. Level 2 is for $4.99 and you're going to get everything that level 1 has, plus you're going to get all of my reactions to shows like WandaVision. And let's see, I've got She-Hulk, The Boys, House of the Dragon, Naruto, Dragon Ball, any movies that I may watch, any future shows that I may watch, and all of my uncut Try Not to Laughs, all for $4.99. So if you haven't gone over there to check that out, go over there and do that and become a member so you can see my reaction. Now, this episode got really crazy. So, this episode we see, they're both trying to impress 2 different groups. So he's going to this neighborhood watch and she's trying to impress, I guess the kind of popular lady in the town or their area or whatever. So anyway, it starts off by them hearing a sound outside their bedroom and they don't know what it is. They're both scared. They look out the window. Well, Wanda does her thing. They look out the window and they see it's just a branch. So after that, the day after, they go to these meetings and he's like, with what happened last night, I want to go to this neighborhood watch or whatever, just to kind of see what everybody's doing. So in the meantime, she's heading off to some meeting with the lady who is the lady that everyone's kind of looking up to. But I'm just like, she's like this little pompous lady who is kind of like got everyone under her, not really a spell, but you know what I mean. Like, she's got everyone under her control. Everyone's scared of her, scared to talk to her, or scared to say anything. So anyway, Wanda and Vision begin to practice their bit for I guess it's a talent show for the children, which is their chant, which is really weird. So they're doing this magic act and it's kind of working or whatever. So the next day, they both go to these meetings. Now she goes and before she goes to the meeting, she goes outside her house and she hears something again. She goes to her bush and she sees, now this is all black and white, but she sees this little colored toy helicopter. And she's looking at it almost like she's scared. Like, I was a little confused as to why she was looking at it. She wasn't looking at it like, oh, how did this get here? She was looking at it like she knew what was behind it, but she was confused, type of thing. I don't know. So then here comes Agnes, her neighbor, which I don't trust. Like, I don't trust her at all. Like, she just seems really sneaky to me. She offered her rabbit for part of the show, the magic trick. So she's cracking all these jokes with the mailman, and I'm just like, what? She is being so corny. Oh my gosh. She's always making jokes about making her husband disappear, go away, or whatever. But anyway, so Wanda, like, she's talking to her while she's there, but she's hiding the fact that she found this thing in her bushes. So that just kind of told me, like, all right, maybe she does know where this came from. Or maybe she's scared to admit that she knows where it came. I don't know. But the way that she reacted to it was just a little off to me. So anyway, they go off to meet Dottie, right? Which is the lady's name. So they're in this meeting and you see Wanda trying to do whatever Dottie's doing because Agnes told her, like, you want to be on your P's and Q's when it comes to her. Like, you basically want to just impress her and be on her good side. So she's doing everything Dottie's doing. Then she starts, like, kind of being off. Like, she's clapping when she's not supposed to. And Dottie's kind of like, like, treating her like a little peasant. It's just like, ugh. And here goes Agnes. Like, I don't know how anybody's sitting here sober. I'm like, what? Anyway, so after everything is done, we see that Vision is at this meeting that is supposed to be like the neighborhood watch, but it seems like they're all gossiping about everybody. So at one point, he gets offered a piece of gum. He eats the gum, and I'm like, oh my God, this is about to go bad. And of course, it gets stuck on his inside when his buddy taps him on the back. He swallows the gum. Now he ends up like something goes wrong. I'm like, something's going to go wrong. So now it's time for them to perform at this show, at this talent show. So he's running late. Wanda is just worried, not knowing what to do. She's worried about Dottie. She's worried about, not making the best impression. Vision shows up as if he was drunk. Like he looked like he was acting like he was drinking. Meanwhile, we see that he got gum stuck on his mechanical insides. So now he's acting all kooky. So the whole show, he's like really showing off his powers, and she is saving him throughout the entire thing. The entire thing. Oh, wait a minute. No. Let me go back to when she was talking to Dottie. So Dottie kept her behind after the meeting to clean up everybody's mess, basically. So Dottie's just sitting there watching her. But at one point, the radio starts going in and out. And Wanda starts looking at the radio like she knows what's happening. But she looks scared at this point. Dottie's looking at her like, what are you? Who are you? Or something like that. She has a glass in her hand and she breaks it in her hand. And then all of a sudden, like, Dottie is almost like not that way. Like, she realizes that she cut herself, but it's like nothing to her. So I found that to be strange. And now I'm just like, all right, what's really going on here? Anyway, back to the show. So Wanda is saving every bit of Vision's attempt to pull off this magic trick. And he's really doing his powers. Everybody's like at one point like beside themselves, but then when she steps in and kind of switches it up, like, oh, this is, just a trick, they're like, oh, happy, he's funny, he's acting up, but he has no idea what he's doing because he's got gum stuck inside of him. Show's over. um so then they're in the back. She analyzes him. She sees that he's got gum in him, pulls it out, whatever. So then now they're trying to sneak off because she thinks that everybody noticed what happened. But they ended up winning the talent show, right? So they go off, they're going home. They're home now. It's the evening time. She goes home pregnant. I'm like, what? How did that happen? Like, I know how it happens, but like, where was that from the show to the moment they got home? Like, how was she that pregnant? So then they're standing there in the middle of the living room and she's like, is this really happening? And he's like, oh, it's happening. And she touches his face and he turns into his color. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So then they hear the sound again. No, this is before this happened. They hear the sound. They go outside. No, I'm sorry. This happens. They hear the sound. They go outside. He transformed into a human. And they see this like beekeeper coming out from the sewer, and he's like, Wanda, who's that, or something to that effect. He's like, Wanda, what's going on? She's like, no. And he looks at her like, and he's a beekeeper, and I'm like, what the heck does that have to do with her? So as soon as she says no, they kind of go back to where she was standing there. She's like, is this really happening? And he's like, it's happening. Then everything starts turning into color, including her. So she's very pregnant. Everything's in color now. Whatever happened with that beekeeper got rewound. And now that's where it kind of left off. But then you kind of hear like someone asking her a question towards the end of the episode. It's like, Wanda, who was that, or what happened, or something like that. And that was it. And I'm just like, yo, like, what the heck is happening? Like, what? Now I'm really intrigued as to how this is all going to unfold. Like, you guys have warned me. I don't understand what's happening. This is getting wild, and it's only the second episode, but I'm all in. So yeah, leave your comments down below. Let me know if you guys enjoyed episode 2 of WandaVision. Let me know if you enjoyed my review and my thoughts. Stay tuned tomorrow for episode 3 of WandaVision. And as always, if you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel, hit like, share, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you guys can get notified whenever I pop up on your feed. I'll see you guys later. Toodles!